that one been canceled or expired? Because we're now at 2:15 in the morning, and I believe that's when it was set to expire, Jonathan.
Yeah, I don't see an update. Let's see. The short answer is no, I don't see an update. Let me go back here through. So Wayne Wabash, storm warning. Let's see. Oh, here's a new message. Let's see. Oh, local storm report. That's probably that hail picture I was showing you or talking about.
We're not seeing a ton of, there is a little area that's just north of Wabash County that was more defined earlier, but it is looking like it is dying out. But this is an area that is under a severe thunderstorm warning. So if you are just west of Vincennes, you do have a very strong storm that is coming through as we speak. But still at this hour, the greatest threat is this area. And I mean, it is definitely a strong storm that you see just south and east of Harold's Prairie, now pushing to the north and to the east. That is going to be moving into Posey County here shortly. So we're going to go down. We're going to time it out for you. If you hear your town, you do need to make sure that you are taking cover. And if you live around those towns, you need to take cover as well.
Yeah, so that's pretty intense there. So this, moving northeast at 50.
So slow down
60,
a little bit.
60. I've put it out 60 miles an hour at least. So Upton there at 222, Irwin at 224, Solitude at 226, Oliver at 230, Hepburn at 232, Robinson Township there at 235, Poseyville 237, and there you go, Armstrong at 240. So I would think that's right, at Vanderbilt County line there at
I can actually
Diamond
get another
Avenue.
line on it real quick.
So I would think German Township, you're still in there. So all the places we've been talking about probably for the last half hour, this has been very consistent. And just in terms of speed, direction, drawing out the Hobstadt there, Darmstadt. So I'll read it again. So Upton at 233, so that's just north of Point there. Solitude at 227, Oliver at 231, Robinson there 236, Poseyville at 238, Armstrong Township at 241, Darmstadt at 244, and Hobstadt at 247. So if it's Hobstadt, you have Owensville probably in that also. Fort Branch, get ready. Princeton.
I'm a little, I'll be honest with you, I don't know if it's just because it's picked up speed, but I know New Harmony, Mount Vernon, Poseyville, portions of Vanderbilt County not under a warning just yet. But I would, because you can see, Jonathan, that area of rotation is quickly moving, outside of that polygon. And we don't have a warning in place just yet for other areas of Posey County. So even if you're not hearing the sirens, if you heard your town or around those areas, please get to your safe place. Do not wait for that warning to fire off the sirens. This is moving very fast. These storms are moving very fast. So the National Weather Service is working very hard to get those warnings issued. But I would just go ahead, get in your safe place, even if you are not under a tornado warning, because we're not seeing any weakening from this particular cell just yet.
Yeah, so they have actually continued that tornado warning here a minute ago. Half dollar size hail. So, and then tornado. Radar indicated, but I think we have enough history with this to show that it's going to create a lot of damage there. So there you are. There's the storm track. Upton, Solitude, get ready. Oliver, Robinson, Poseyville, So let's see, as it enters Vanderburgh County there, that's State Road 65, going up from Diamond Avenue there toward Poseyville. So that's, you know, you're talking about,
Oh, there we go.
oh, all right.
So they just fired off that new warning.
Okay, I don't see it. Yep, I saw the icon there on the screen.
So there
Yep.
is
Well,
that warning there, and it covers all those communities that we
Yep.
were just listing off.
and includes,
Upton, Solitude, Robinson, Poseyville, the northern sections of Vanderburgh County.
so, that means Gibson, you're next. So let's talk about the current situation. So Vanderburgh County, so German Township there, right? So right there, you know, that polygon is very close to Resurrection Church. So, you know, up State Road 65. So you're talking about, I can't think of that elementary school up there, but near St. Joe Inn. Let's see. There's a veterinarian place up there on 65. So you're talking about Hensey Road, number 3 School Road, get ready, number 6 School Road. So that storm track, I can't remember what the time was, but so it says your national was 2:40. So you got 15 minutes, Vanderburgh County. So Armstrong, if you live near the Armstrong Community Center there.
And we just got an updated sweep.
I see, and it's close to downtown Mount Vernon. So in the present, if you're in Posey County, you have to take, right there, Sabah, Wadesville. So, I mean, I'm looking at pictures of the damage. You know, it was radar indicated well before it reached our area, and the pictures coming back are incredibly awful. So please take cover in Posey and northwestern Vanderburgh counties.
Yeah, we do have that new tornado warning. Once again, they did extend it into portions of Posey, northern sections of Vanderburgh, as well as Gibson counties, and that goes until 3 o'clock in the morning. These storms are moving at 65 miles per hour to the northeast. And we're seeing not only tornadic activity, but also quarter-size hail due to this area. I mean, we've seen this all the way back into southern Illinois as well. This has stayed very tight and defined on the radar. And we even did have some spotters back in southern Illinois that did observe it. But now that it has moved into Indiana, we have not had it observed just yet. So this is a radar indicated warning, but I would act as if it is on the ground and make sure that you are in your safe place. This is moving very quickly, so whenever we list off your town, it's important that you go ahead and get to the centermost part of your house, get to the lowest point, a basement. If you have a storm shelter, you still have time to get into those areas. So once again, I'm going to list off which is likely going to be, I'll actually just do it once again because this cell is moving very fast. 65 miles per hour. So these times are continuously updating. But this is that tornado warning that goes into effect through 3 o'clock. So still about 35 minutes on this new tornado warning that's covering Posey, northern sections of Vanderburgh, and southern sections of Gibson County.
So this polygon concerns me with northern Vanderburgh County there. So you got State Road 50. So you're basically north of the airport there. So you're talking about McCutcheonville. You're talking about, so let's see, where 57 meets I-69. So Seven Hills Road. You're talking about Cambridge there. You're talking about the Oak Meadow area. You're talking about, you know, Mount Pleasant Road, Clear Creek. back toward Old State. And so there you are. So there's the
new list. We're looking at less than 10 minutes for Wadesville. So that northwest eastern sections of this even covers Cynthiana. So right there along I-64 from that northeastern corner of Posey County into the northern sections of Vandenberg County. All those locations that Jonathan was listing, Cambridge, right there at that Highway 41 and I-64 interchange, those truck stops right there around Hobstadt, even Darmstadt in this area as well. We're looking at Hobstadt at 246, so you have about 20 minutes, but folks, get to your safe place now. This was once an observed tornado. Right now, radar indicated, just because we don't have any updates from spotters, but I would act as if it is on the ground because it is staying very defined. Up around Durham at 248, Princeton around 253, but this is very quick, moving at 65 miles per hour to the north and east.
Yeah, so you're talking about Eagle Valley. This is where the polygon is drawn, so I'm worried about, you know, over toward Azteca, Ameriqual, you know,
Toyota.
Yeah, Toyota when you think of Gibson County. So let me see if there's an update here. Yeah, so I mean, intense hail cores. You got
Yeah, we'll go ahead and look back at the
and,
hill. This is, though, that updated line, but this is the area, and you can see it's moving just north of Mount Vernon, basically between New Harmony and Mount Vernon. I'll actually take you to Street View to see where it is, but this is a very rural area of Posey County. But as soon as it gets into the northern sections, you're going to start to hit some towns as well as neighborhoods, businesses, and that's why it is so important that you do take this warning seriously. A tornado warning in effect for Posey, northern sections of Vandenberg, as well as Gibson counties until 3 o'clock in the morning. But it is important you go ahead, get to your safe place, because this is moving very quickly, looking at about 65 miles per hour.
So no new update, but that warning, yeah, was issued here at 2:20, so that was 8 minutes ago. 65 miles per hour, so it's trucking along, and it's making a beeline north and east. As you said, very consistent, very fast.
Yeah, it's about to cross over 66 right there, just east of New Harmony.
So Wadesville, wake up.
Let me go back to radar to see if we're seeing anything that may show or debris signature. Not really seeing a ton.
As much as we love to hear spotter reports, we don't want to put you in danger.
Right.
So seek lowish level shelter right now.
And we've been seeing a very strong hail core with this particular cell that has been moving to the north and east for all the way through portions of southern Illinois. And it continues to show that it is keeping that strong hail core, possibly up to 1 inch in diameter of hail across that area, well, that particular cell. It has actually weakened a little bit, so that is good news. Not seeing as big, as large of hail as what we were seeing earlier. Jonathan was telling us about some of the pictures, up to golf ball size hail from this particular cell. It's still staying very defined, but we're not getting closer to 1 to 2 inch hail like we were back into southern Illinois.
That is good news, yes. No updates, but, you know, we're treating this as if a tornado's on the ground, even though it's radar indicated. There's too much history of damage, as this storm has been consistent and powerful for a long time. Hobstadt there looks like it's getting intense. There looks like a cell breaking out right over your head there.
I do want to zoom out real quick just to show the line where it is moving through. So for you all who may be tuning in with us and you're not seeing anything just yet, it is going to be moving into your area. This is a very quick hitting storm, but for us right now, the main threat that we are looking at is this tornado warning that we do have for portions of Posey, Vandenberg, and Gibson counties until 3 o'clock in the morning. So we're going to go ahead and give you another time on that particular cell that is now over just south of New Harmony. You can see that area of purple, darker red, maroon color, and that is moving toward Poseyville, Hobstadt, those areas that we have been listing off.
It almost looks like you're just getting development out in front of this over toward Hobstadt. So I would say, so that's 64, so near the log in. And as you said, near all those gas stations, those truck stops there at 68 and 41, just north of I-64. But, let's see. So that's, around Springfield there and Posey County. So which each radar update, that's moving 65 miles per hour to the northeast. I don't see any more updates. Let's see.
Here is an update, though, on times. Cynthiana, 2:40, so you have about 5 minutes to get to your safe place. Hobstadt, 2:46, we're looking at around 10 minutes. You need to be in your safe place. I do believe we may have an update on a warning. Wheatonville, 2:51, Barton, 2:55, Somerville, 2:57, and Oakland City, 3:01. And by that time, that warning will either be extended or we will see some weakening, because the warning that we're under right now, and I'll put that polygon up, you can see it only goes to Hobstadt, and it only goes until 3 o'clock in the morning. But these cells are moving very, very fast. So whenever we list off your town or your county, hit the deck. You need to get to your safe place. We are seeing a radar indicated tornado. Now, in earlier scans and when it was in southern Illinois, we did have a spotter that did observe it and observed it as a tornado. So we still want to act like it is a tornado impacting these areas as it does move to the north and east at 60 to 65 miles per hour.
Yeah, so, as it's getting close to North Posey High School, I would think. So the way that's drawn and maybe the way it's going, again, you're around Ameriqual, maybe just north of that, Vandenberg County. Let's see. So you got that gas station there at 65 and I-64. So I almost think at this point, Cynthiana, Hobstadt, almost in direct line. Poseyville, it's like right there too. You need to be in your safe zone right now.
Yeah, Highway 165, even right there along 66 is where it's moving. Romaine Road, Main Street.
Yeah, so this is a serious situation here in northern Posey County.
Hunter Road, Russell Road. If you live in those areas, there's North Posey Junior High. It's basically just skirting south of Poseyville. Let's see. So some roads that do need to take cover if you haven't already, which I would imagine is moving: Mount Pleasant Church, Bender Road, John Will Road, Mount Pleasant Road.
So that's Mount Pleasant Church in Posey County. Yeah, Water Tank Road, downtown Poseyville.
Wiggins Road, Water Tank Road, just south of I-64. So right there where 68 and I-64 cross, that is also an area that is about to be impacted by this area of rotation.
I don't want to take away from what's happening right now in Posey County, but now we're talking about southwestern sections of Vanderburgh County storm warning, and we'll get to that after we watch this storm. So not a tornado warning, but it's a storm warning for Henderson and southwestern sections of Vanderburgh County. And that does include Crittenden County, Posey County again, and Webster actually now this time, Union, and Gallatin. So a large area for a storm warning. But right now, I think we got a serious situation here in Poseyville.
So here's another time on these storms in Posey, northern Vanderburgh, moving into Gibson County. Cynthiana, we're looking at 241, so you have a couple minutes. You should be in your safe spot. Hobstadt, and then King at 251. We're looking at Douglas at 255, Somerville at 258, 256 Barton. So it will be soon moving into Gibson and potentially the northern sections of Vanderburgh County. We may get a little lucky, but I would still, if you live in Darmstadt, I would still be in your safe place. So between Darmstadt and Hobstadt, we could still be seeing some rotation in those areas or also some significant wind damage. So please do not put your guard down. Even if it does look like it's moving a little north of you, it's still important that you get into that safe place. This particular area of rotation is moving very fast. We've been talking about it all night. These cells are moving quickly. So whenever we do say your county, your town, it's important that you do take action immediately.
And here's the update on that. So located over Blairsville, moving northeast at 65 miles per hour. It's a tornado, radar indicated, quarter-size hail. So we can expect a lot of wind damage, I think, in my opinion. So as you said, Cynthiana there, Hobstadt, Owensville, Poseyville. Yep, it's Darmstadt, they're saying. So that, you know, if it's Darmstadt, then you're going further north, also in the Armstrong and German townships, I would think. And then, you know, I still think around Cambridge there, and then all those gas stations, as you said, at 41 and 68. So again, moving northeast at 65 miles per hour.
And, you know, it's important to note, too, you know, these warnings are coming out. You know, we do have that timing going out farther past outside of that polygon or that tornado warning. And that's just to get you safe and prepared because these storms are moving so quickly. If this continues, and I do think we are starting to see a little bit of weakening, it's not as tight as it was originally. That doesn't mean that you get out from your safe place. It's still important, but we are going to watch this continuously move to the north and east, and we could likely see this. I do anticipate another warning. Now, if it is going to be a severe thunderstorm warning or a tornado warning, we're not so sure just yet. We're just going to have to see how it does shape up. But I would still take this seriously, even if you're outside of the polygon area in Gibson County, and that goes for Oakland City as well as Somerville. You do need to be in that safe place. And, you know, right now we'll go ahead and take a look at some of those other areas that we are seeing that are under warnings across the tri-state, because you're probably hearing your sirens going off, wondering what's going on in your area. You may be checking your phone, checking Facebook, or just tuning in with us. We do have those 2 tornado warnings. I believe there's one for the southern reaches of Posey County. And I'm not sure if it's just still there because we're waiting for it to expire.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't
Yeah, it
seen
has
an
about
update on
4
that.
minutes on it. Like I said, I mean, these are moving so fast that some of them, but there is still a very strong storm moving through that area. So New Haven to Mount Vernon, still important that you are taking cover. You do have that warning in effect through 2:45. Then what Jonathan was talking about earlier, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Morganfield, Gold Hill. That covers Gallatin, Hardin, Union, Henderson, Posey, portions of Vandenberg, as well as into Webster counties.
Yeah, 8 counties listed there. So that's a big, big area. So Dogtown area, Union Township, Perry Township, get ready. Looks like a little cell there by the E in Evansville. So there's all the warnings. A lot of lightning, looks like just to the southwest of Morganfield. So around Sturgis. Yeah, look at all that lightning up toward New Harmony. How's our sky cams looking? Have we seen a lot of lightning? Oh, there's one right there.
Yeah, I'll take these. I'll go back to radar and show our watches and warnings, but I'll also put the lightning up as well. Very significant lightning where those tornado warnings are.
Man, look at that lightning. Wow.
All right, so once again, we do have still several warnings in effect, tornado warnings in effect for the northern reaches of Vandenberg, Posey, as well as Gibson counties until 3 o'clock. We also have a tornado warning that is set to expire at 2:45, and that covers portions of White as well as Gallatin and Posey counties, and that was from that radar indicated tornado. And then we do have those severe thunderstorm warnings in effect for the southern reaches of the tri-states. This includes Union, Henderson, Posey, Vandenberg, Webster, Crittenden, Hardin. I know I'm covering a lot of areas, but that area that does skirt along the Ohio River and moves into Wabash, into the Wabash, that's where we are seeing that severe thunderstorm warning. And I would imagine it's primarily due to the winds. Yeah, wind gusts and nickel-size hail. And you know, we have seen a mixture of all tonight. We've seen cells that have produced tornadoes, rotation, and then we've also had cells that have been primarily producing straight-lined winds, damaging winds. Still important that you take cover, but where we are seeing the tornado warnings still, and I know we've got about 2 minutes left, or no, it is now 2:45. So the tornado warning in effect, it has now expired for White, Gallatin, and Posey counties. That one that was in that far, that corner. So you were good in those areas. Right around New Haven is where we did have that warning. But we still have a tornado warning in effect for portions, the northern portions of Posey, Vandenberg and the southern reaches of Gibson County. And we're going to take a look at it once again. And we're getting close to that radar site. Do we have any updates on that particular warning,
No.
Jonathan?
No, just the one that came down at 237, and I could rehash it for you. Again, moving northeast at 65 miles per hour. It was over Blairsville at the time, which now we know it's well off to the north and east of that. So, so around 240, it was supposed to be. So Cynthiana, Hobstadt, Owensville. We know it moved through Poseyville already. You know, if you have any pictures or can text us anything you've seen, I hope all is well out that way. We'd like to know what's going on in your area once the storm passes. So don't put yourself in danger. But right now, if you were in that tornado warning polygon, you need to be in the lowest level of your home.
You know, I'm wondering if that area of rotation is just west of Hobstadt.
Yeah. Yep.
You know,
Maybe
it
just
is
south of
hard for
Owens-
us to see when it does get close to the radar site.
True.
Let me look at the debris.
Oh, man. It's a big area of hail.
Yes. So still producing a lot of hail, but I would imagine that this area that we're seeing right around Cynthiana, between Cynthiana and Hobstadt, is likely where that area of potential rotation, or what we were seeing earlier. I do think it'll be more clear as it does move to the north and east. Sometimes when it does get close to the radar site, that does kind of change our perception a little bit. But I would anticipate that this is that area continuously moving toward Hobstadt. So if you live in Hobstadt, please make sure that you are still in that safe place. Once again, I'll put those watches, that warning box up. And now it does look like they've extended the warning, but as a severe thunderstorm warning.
Yeah, into Pike. So yeah, I would include now Gibson and Pike counties. Good to see it's not a tornado warning, but I think we've been flipping back and forth with this one, at least in the last hour. Do you want to maybe go south and check on that severe thunderstorm warning in Posey, Western Vandenberg, Union? Covered 8 counties there. So yeah, so US 60, you live along there from Morganfield to Sturgis. You're about to get some very heavy rain, a lot of lightning. We're seeing that on the sky cams here. So looks like Waverly there in Western Henderson County, right around Mars School there in Posey County. That's a lot of lightning. So I know our household was woken up here with some thunder. So a lot of people are probably, at least in Vandenberg County now, waking up to that thunder. So there's severe thunderstorm warning in effect right now for Vandenberg County and points off to the south and west, as you can see in those yellow polygons. So you can expect winds, probably 70 miles per hour. We've been tracking a lot of hail, and there's been a history of tornadoes with these storms, especially northwestern sections of Vandenberg County where you see that red polygon there. So moving into, that's probably an outflow boundary, I would think, that red line.
The red line.
You think that arcs through?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was going to try and get a view of the wind speed, and this line that is moving through, that is under the severe thunderstorm warning.
That could be a Boeing line of straight line winds, which would be a large area of damage if that's 70 miles per hour.
Yeah, we are seeing some upwards of 60 to close to 70 miles per hour along that line.
So you're talking about Diamond Avenue up State Road 65. So yeah, we're talking about Armstrong Township now. Yeah, German. So this could be a straight line wind event right now. So we got a new warning, it looks like. Let's see. Okay, they're continuing it. So the storm warning that we saw to the south and west there will continue. I'm looking for something else right now. So now Warwick County's included. I don't know if we mentioned Warwick County. But
Yeah,
go ahead.
I believe, yeah, I don't know if it was originally on that first warning, but that is also looking primarily like straight line winds up to 70 miles per hour. But Jonathan, what is so interesting about that warning in particular that's about to move through Evansville, portions of Vanderburgh County, it is moving at 80 miles per hour.
Oh my, and that's probably that Boeing line that we saw right there. So get ready in Cambridge, near Ameriqual, North High School, Poets Square, all those subdivisions near North. So this is, you know, you're trading out a tornado for straight line winds, and it's, you know, you'd rather have neither, but there's going to be a lot more damage with straight line winds. A wider area.
Yeah, and I will take us to that velocity once again. And you can see that area that Jonathan was just talking about. You know, this is moving very fast, up to 80 miles per hour, but we could see wind gusts up to 70, potentially higher with this line that is pushing through. Now, that is meaning that we're likely not going to see a ton of rotation, but still, as we know, damaging straight line winds can do just as much damage as a tornado can. But some of these, let me go back to just regular.
So that's basically like a wall of wind versus a single area of rotation. I mean, that's a large area.
Let me look at some of these. Let me see if I can get those speeds once again. Let's see around.
So hail in Princeton, hail in Owensville being reported. I'm kind of worried about this straight line wind event right now.
Yeah, so it's not really showing an accurate speeds, but I mean, up toward Princeton, we're getting wind speeds up to 62 miles per hour. Farther to the south, we're getting closer up to 60 miles per hour. So, I mean, this line that is moving to the east that we're watching currently, lots of wind energy and moving very, very fast. We're looking at a line moving at 80 miles per hour, a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Vanderburgh County and moving into Warwick County, also covering south in Henderson County as well.
I'm worried that it's extending southward toward the Lloyd Expressway, that Boeing line, that straight line wind.
Can we get a look at one of the sky cameras, maybe looking over the Lloyd Expressway?
Yeah, can you turn one of these northward? Okay, so that's the bend in the Ohio River. We're looking west. So you can see a lot of lightning. If we turn that one to the right, and there's a lot of lightning. Oh, maybe we'll look at the cloud, base of the clouds here. That'd be helpful too with all that lightning. So you're taking a live look over the casino area. So we're turning the camera. There's the Lloyd Expressway, a lot of lightning. We're worried about a line of straight line winds, it looks like, on radar. That could be extending a little further, more south toward the city. Turn a little bit more. So I know our household was woken up by the thunder. I'm sure everyone in Evansville is being woken up right now. So let's keep it here for a while and see. It's a ton of lightning. We'll see how much the camera shakes here. So we're looking north. So you got Lloyd Expressway right there at the bottom of your screen. Basically our parking lot right below it. And then you're looking up 2nd Avenue right there on the far right of your screen. So this is a severe thunderstorm warning right now for Vanderburgh County. And we're worried about a Boeing line of winds, it looked like on the radar. Let's see. So you said how much? 80 mile per hour? Oh, let's see. All right, let's see. Yeah, so what we're looking at on the screen right now, so that's a low-hanging cloud right there over Lamasco section of the city. We got a severe thunderstorm warning in effect right now for Vanderburgh County. In fact, 8 counties in our viewing area, also Crittenden County, Union County, Henderson County, Posey County, Pike County, Gibson County. So anywhere, if you're hearing my voice, you need to take shelter probably. We had that tornado warning up to the north. Move out of Vanderburgh County, but on the radar, it looked like a Boeing line looked like a Boeing straight line wind event occurring in northern sections of Vanderburgh County, and then it looked like it was coming down, extending south and westward. So I'm not seeing any rotation in those clouds, which is good. These storms are moving northeast at around 60 miles per hour. Let's take live Storm Team 44 Doppler radar, if you don't mind, and then check it out there. So we're looking at, it almost, like when you look at the sky, it doesn't even look like those clouds are moving, Griffin, doesn't it? It's
no. Well, a little bit, but not anything. Nothing significant like what we would think with 80 mile per hour with a storm moving at that speed.
all right, so it must be northern part of Vanderburgh County. A lot of lightning. A lot of people are being woken up right now across the city. We told you this was going to be a nighttime event. It's going to last a little bit longer than planned.
We do now have a new tornado warning in effect. It's part of that same little cell that we've been tracking in the northern sections of Vanderburgh into southern Gibson County.
Okay.
So let's zoom into that area. We do have that new warning now in effect for Gibson. It looks like the northern sections of Warwick and Pike counties. And that's extended from that warning that we did have move through Posey and the northern sections of Vanderburgh County. This new warning going until 3:30 Central Time, 4:30 Eastern Time. Radar indicated tornado moving to the northeast at 60 miles per hour, and the particular storm located near Fort Branch at I would say around 255, 257. So in this area is where we are seeing that particular storm. We'll go ahead and put it on velocity. Hopefully now that we do have, hopefully now that we're moving a little bit farther away from the radar site, we'll get another clear view of this area of rotation.
Yeah, so Elberfeld, Barton, Linville, Spurgeon, get ready. Yeah, so it looks more like I hate to say the tornado threat ended, but yeah, this looks like more of a outflow of some sort, a Boeing line of straight line winds event now.
For that new warning, though, I will go ahead and get a time on it. Yeah, that area right there looking very, I'm going to get a look at how fast these winds are moving real quick before I get a timeline on or track the storm.
Yeah, so
It
Fort
just
Branch,
moved on me.
Elberfeld, get ready. Linville, like we said, Francisco, Oakland City. Let's see. Somerville, I would think. So all of Pike County, get ready. And we're getting reports of a lot of power outages from our producer, Hazel, so we appreciate that. So there you go. Francisco at 308, Oak Hill at 310, Oakland City here at 312. So this is moving, is this moving 60 miles per hour or 80?
This one in particular is moving 60 miles per hour.
Okay, Rumble at 416. So as we get into the Eastern time zone there, 420 in Winslow, 423 at White Oak, and 425 White Sulphur Springs. So this is, almost, this is a complete bow looking, isn't it?
Yeah, that's, yeah, and I mean, it is moving very quick. I don't know if they're seeing a little bit of I don't know if it's just they're seeing a little bit of rotation around that area. Let me take this time off of it so we can get a better look at this Boeing, but that's what I'm seeing as well rather than rotation. But please get in your safe spot if you are in those areas that we called out. Oakland City, Rumble, Oak Hill, Francisco. These winds are very, very strong, and they're going to do potentially as much damage as a tornado would.
How far south does that bow go? Getting very heavy rain on our sky cams here. Yeah, okay. So we're looking that direction. So thanks for moving that sky cam, Chris and Hazel. I said thanks for moving that sky.
So you can see all the way down to Evansville. Or I guess just outside of the tornado warning polygon.
Yeah. So I'm not seeing I mean, the sky cam's shaking, but we had what, wind gusts today, 30, 40 miles per hour with the wind advisor. Ooh, look at that cloud to ground lightning out there toward Elberfeld.
Yes, and I'll go back to that to look at
I'm watching
where we
Skycam
see
West.
the lighter colors. So I want to point out, so around Francisco, Barton, where we do have some of that lighter color, it almost looks like a pink, that's where we have some of those stronger winds.
Yeah, the lights are even flickering here at the station. Yeah, this lightning's pretty intense. The camera's shaking. So it wasn't shaking like this afternoon when we had 30, 35 mile per hour wind gusts. So we know it's higher right now.
Yeah, I just don't know if it's picking up how fast it really is moving. That's why I would reiterate, if you're in that polygon of that tornado warning covering portions of Vandenberg, Warwick, as well as Pike and Gibson counties, it is a very strong wind event, but we could see a little rotation. So that's why it is important that you get into those safe spots. And if you hear those warning sirens or you're getting warnings on your phone, you're turning on the television, wondering what we're seeing. We're not seeing anything defined rotation, but we are seeing more of a bowing with that line that could definitely be more of a straight line damaging wind event.
Let's take Skycam West. I mean, you can see that we have to be right in this bow right now. The way the driving rain, the shaking of this camera. So this is the southern edge of that bow that we're talking about. So I think as you go north, the further north you go, it has to be a lot. That wind has to be very, very intense there around Elberfeld and up toward Linville and just east of Gibson County. I mean, I can hear the rain on this roof here.
Oh, I know. This is,
wow,
you know, very intense storm that is moving through right now.
So this is why we ask you to get into your safe place. And I would think where that tornado warning is now, and around Elberfeld and points off to the north and east, this is why you need to be in an interior room or in a basement, preferably. I mean, I can hear some howling out there, can't you? Wow. I don't think I ever heard wind like this since I've been here at the station.
Oh, I know. And, you know, that's why it is quite interesting that we're not picking it up on the radar, or just how strong the wind is. I don't feel like we're accurately picking up. You know, we're seeing that boundary and the bowing, but as far as when we do the readings of the wind gusts and wind speeds, I don't necessarily know if they're picking up as strong as it actually is.
Yeah, these have to be 60, 70 mile per hour winds right now, going through downtown Evansville.
Oh, most definitely.
I mean, I can see the rain, the driving rain on the streets there under the street lights. I hope that truck.
Well, this one may actually be picking it up a little bit.
I mean,
let me see. Oh, yeah.
Well, again, reports of power outages near St. Ben's. So this is probably going to be the trend here. I mean, these winds.
So these winds now, I mean, even though I'm measuring it farther to the north, some of these winds are picking up closer to 65 to 75 miles per hour.
So it looks like we've gone from a tornadic event to a straight line wind event, would be my guess.
Yes.
Which, in a way, if you're afraid of tornadoes, that's good. But in a way, this could cause a lot more damage because this is a, I mean, look at that Boeing line toward Winslow right now.
Yes. That is very concerning. I mean, we don't see, whenever it's that light on velocity, that is very concerning.
Yeah. So I'm worried about, Pike County, you have to get into a basement, not an interior room. So again, reports.
Oh, look, 94 miles per hour.
Oh, my.
Just north of, right there along I-64, just north of Elberfeld.
So that's going to overturn trucks, and this is going to be, I was worried about that truck I saw on the Skycam earlier, but
87 miles per hour up between where you were pointing out, between Oakland City and Winslow. 63 miles per hour just north of Linville. And folks, this is not just in those areas. I know that this is kind of showing just north of Vanderburgh County, but I would imagine we are seeing winds around this range as well in Vanderburgh County.
so go down to let's check that Boeing line near Newburgh. Okay, so it's going to be coming up on, it's probably on top of Chandler right now, Boonville. Okay. So I'm going to say probably the Rolling Hills Country Club area. Get ready for some very intense winds here. So Lake Ridge.
I can zoom in.
Jenner Road area.
It's about to cross over 62. I believe this is part of the storm that is moving potentially up to 80 miles per hour.
Yeah. So that's coming down. Yeah. So this is. Yes. So downtown Boonville.
I can take we'll take the Newburgh camera.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be good. See how that's.
See how things are there. We're seeing pea-sized hail around the Evansville Regional Airport.
Okay. So there's Owensboro. So if your county, all counties here are going to be under some sort of warning, and I would think there are going to be storm warnings from here on out. Especially in Kentucky, that would be my guess. Maybe Du Bois County, get ready for a tornado warning.
Yeah, Du Bois County, northern around Jasper, we do have a warning in effect for you all. These are radar indicated, and you know, this is the line of storms that is moving, where we are seeing that Boeing happening. Possibly, we've been getting speeds up to 80 to 90 miles per hour. So even if you're not in that tornado warning area, you need to get to a safe place. Get away from the windows, get away from any exterior area of your home, because even if we don't see tornadoes, this is a wind event that could cause severe damage to homes, stable structures, and I would get to the lowest level of your home, treat it as a tornado. But these are likely going to be those straight line damaging winds, possibly winds up to 70 to potentially 90 miles per hour, moving just north of I-64. That's where that light color that we are seeing on velocity right now between Petersburg to Linville. And I mean, you've been looking at our cameras that we've been showing you on Sky Camera here in Evansville, looking very dangerous with this system, and we're not getting those measurements, but I would anticipate that wind speeds or gusts are getting upwards of 70 miles per hour. Just a very dangerous storm system. We're going to zoom out and take a look at what warnings we do have, because it's all coming through with this line that is now basically coming in as a squall line that is basically a damaging wind threat now, rather than a tornadic, but still could cause just as much damage as a tornado.
Yeah, it's going to be a wider area. It's like a wall of wind. So this is why you need to stay away, because your lawn furniture is going to be tossed around. Anything outside is going to be blown elsewhere. It's still windy on downtown Evansville cams. But yeah, I'm worried about, when you showed those lighter colors out in Pike County, that was definitely a concern.
We do still have a tornado warning in effect for those northern sections. The newest one coming out of Du Bois County, still into Pike County, as well as Gibson. And it's that northern edge of that line that is coming through. The tornado warning, and I do believe there's one farther to the south as well that is now covering portions of Caldwell and Crittenden counties.
Yeah, I'm looking that up. I see a severe thunderstorm warning for now for Hopkins, Davis, Crittenden, Union, McLean. So basically, where you can hear our entire viewing area is going to be under some sort of warning, and it looks like severe thunderstorm warnings in Kentucky. But I do see that red polygon there in Princeton, northern